A very warm welcome. You are just in time to catch 3T TV, Thika's #1 online news channel, where we are telling the Thika story as it is. My name is Juliet Modoni, and today I'm bringing you the health segment. We are coming to you from Edgewood Country Place that is located on Maboromoko Road, that is off Gatanga Road. This is a nice location where you can host a graduation party, a wedding reception, and better yet, you can bring the kids for a family fun day on Sunday. So we say that this year we are doing these things differently, and it's not going to be business as usual, and that is why we are bringing you different professionals so that they can advise us on how we can better our lives. So we have been going through a pandemic for the last 2 or so years, and we have seen that things have changed. We have resorted to, using a lot of medication and treating so many ailments that some we don't even know where they are emanating from. And today we have a specialist who is going to talk to us about an alternative method of taking care of our health. So we hope that by the end of this segment, if you haven't subscribed, we will give you a good reason to. So let the segment begin. Hi, and how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. Thank you very much for finding time to talk to us.
Thanks to you too.
Please tell us who you are, your name, and what it is that you do.
Sure. Namaste. This is Dr. Neha Bhatt, Indian Ayurvedic Alternative and Holistic Science Therapist. So I'm from Thika, and I'm based in Thika since last 18 years.
Alternative science therapist.
Yes.
I think that would be a good point to start. Please tell us, explain what that entails in simple terms, if you may.
This is actually, as we have seen, people are now tired taking medicines all the time. So I think this is the time people are getting interest whereby they can find the place, they can use alternative medicines, and without intake of too much of medicines, they can connect with environment, connect with weather, and very easily they can get solution of their problems, whereby they don't have to feel pain, they don't have to use any medicines and too many surgeries. People are just tired of these things. So now we have this actually alternative therapies is a traditional way of therapies, where our forefathers they used to use these therapies. In modern names we can use like naturopath. People are using naturopath. I am also a naturopath. Then reflexology is the best thing. Then chiropractor. And then I am expert in nerve science. This nerve science is the traditional therapies which our forefathers, as I have mentioned before, they used to use these therapies. Yeah. So in this nerve science, what we do is we stimulate correspondence point where you have a problem, and we give pressure for few seconds to bring a better blood circulation there. And while doing this, you will see all your problems slowly they get dissolved. Like where if I come to the point, like if you have a vitamin efficiency, usually you go to allopathy, we are taking multivitamins and so many vitamins. Like B12 injection is a better example. People are taking B12 medicine injections like how many years? But have you tell me one person you have seen after taking those medicine or BP injection, blood pressure. Have you seen any person who has recovered by that? No. Because the time when you start taking those medicines, injections for diabetes, actually you are suppressing your problem. But our Ayurveda, it removes it from the root cause. Allopathy is suppressing the problem, and whereby you are taking medicine, they are going to affect your another organ. And by my experience, I have seen these days every next person you will find with the constipation, what it is. Of course, that is a lifestyle disease. And because of taking these medicines, constipation is not come from somewhere. It has come because all these medicines and lifestyle we are living in.
Sure.
So it is affecting our internal organs actually.
Now, tell me, where did you get interested in this holistic science therapy? Where did this start?
Okay, actually, that's a very good question. Let me tell you today. I used to know this acupressure, Ayurvedic acupressure since like long back 10, 12 years, but I never had faith on it because as you know, every other youngsters will see, it is a very time taking process. You have to do this like for few months and then you will see the effect. Whether it is naturopath and something. Then my parents used to say, then if this disease you are suffering from like last 10 years, at least give them 10 months to recover, but we don't have that patience. Yeah?
Sure, sure.
So yeah, I used to know this 10, 12 years before, but never faith. Then after when I got my kids, after like a few months only, I'm not even talking about years, I've started feeling like my back pain and my knees are hurting and I'm like very feeling lethargic because all those medicines I had at that time, it is going to affect you somewhere.
Yes.
But I also wanted something very fast. So there was a point came, I went to India, I was there and I saw my parents actually, they were using these things and they advised me, stop going to the doctors to doctor and end of the day you are getting conclusion of zero. You stop medicines, you're way back where you were. So I've started, then I've decided let me just try if it is work for me and because trust me I was tired having medicines. Then for my back pain and this thing, something when I've started learning naturopath, my Guruji told me, the senior doctors we call them Guruji.
Okay.
So he told me if you want Neha really to learn this naturopath and you want to adopt it and you want to get rid of this problem, you have to first leave your tea. I'm like what? What is the connection with tea? Because I am like a tea addicted person.
Okay.
In a day you will find me having big mugs of tea like 3, 4 and even 6, I don't mind. Okay. Rather I don't take food, I'll have tea.
Okay.
And you won't believe 3 days when I forcefully they did for me, they forcefully they wanted me to leave the tea and reason behind was also I was selfish, I want to learn this naturopath. I'm like let me trick them. I tried 3 days and I was mad because you are used to early morning we wake up, what we had? Tea. And that's when we say, till I not have my tea, my day is not going good. No, that's wrong.
So allow me to cut you short. When you started this natural path, what were you taking instead of tea?
I was taking like something Ayurvedic, it's called kadha in our language, in Indian language. It's like a dawa. So we used to use, have a tulsi. We used to have like this Indian, this herbs, what do you call lemongrass.
Okay.
You can use mint and you can use cinnamon.
Okay.
You can mix with the honey and lemon. Trust me, if you try that, it is better than even tea.
Okay.
And I only tried not to take 3 days. I was in bad condition. My head was paining, and I'm like, what the hell? But after 4 days, I never felt that I'm missing my tea.
Yes.
And since that day, I'm not taking my tea. And using this thing and nerve science also, my Guruji applied on me. He stimulated those 4 meridians, and my knee pain has gone. My back pain there is no, and I was also feeling that acid in my body. It is somewhere because my hair they started growing. I mean like dry. They were falling off too much, and my skin was like dryness. I was feeling. So after doing this naturopath and this nerve science, which is we also call neurotherapy. And after in few days regular I have taken like 2-3 months and I was fine. And then from there I built confidence and the trust that this thing's really working. Then also when I was there, I was learning these things. I have seen my friends, my cousins, sisters and everything, every other girl, we are suffering from the periods also.
Yes.
One of me, I was also at the same boat. I was suffering from the periods. Periods are not coming regular. It was so painful. You're feeling like you are bedridden for 3-4 days. And then I have started treating my cousins, my friends also. And actually I have done specialty on that. And then in few months, I won't say in this problem which came in a years you will get rid of in a few days, no. Sure. In few months, they have got very regular period, no pain. I mean, very systematic and very comfortably. You will not even know that you are having a period. I think that's a very big what you call adventure for us.
It is.
Because the way we are suffering. And I've learned this example from there. My journey started, and I've been now treating lot of patients, and people are now taking interest on these things because end of the day we are tired. We are tired with taking same medicines.
I can imagine. So it was from your own experience, and
yes.
you felt better, and you thought that this should be the path.
Yes. In fact, my first patient was a teacher. I couldn't remember her name. She used to come from very far when I used to be in Zuru Center. She had a very bad back pain, same story when she gave birth to the child. It's been 20 years or something. She was a principal to a senior school, and she was like, she used to come to the massage for our center. Okay, also massage is a very good, but if you are doing it in a traditional way, not the way we are using these days. So she was like, you serious, Neha? I'm suffering this from 20 years and I'm having all these medicines and no relax, and you are telling me I'll give you half an hour and I will find this thing. I'll tell her, madam, in our Ayurveda, we believe in you know, your navel, it got displaced, and in the allopathy we don't have any solution for that because they believe in science facts.
Yes,
this is not science fact. So if your nerve is not set, it is not in a place, your what you call navel, you might finding this problem. And then in a few minutes I settled her this navel.
Okay.
And then I've told her your acid is very high. When we call it your acid is high, let me just show you. You do this ring fingers. We have a way of finding it. You will tell me where it is painful.
Ouch.
It's left, yeah?
Yes.
Left side of our body is acid. Right side of our body is alkaline. It means left side of our kidney, it cleans 80% of acid, and right side cleans 80% of alkaline. So that is the Ayurvedic way of testing where your body is acidic and alkaline. And if your body is acidic, all these problems, constipation, your slip disc, your knee problem, your gastric problem, all this problem you will feel it. And this is all, in fact, diabetes, BP, all is this acidic problem. If your acid level is high, you will feel. And if you have paralyzed attack, if you have epilepsy and all these things, that is because your alkaline is high. So in this Ayurveda, we also control Vata, Pitta and Kapha in our body. This is the three substance you have to balance.
Please say that again.
Vata, Pitta and Kapha. Vata means gas, Pitta means acid, and Kapha means mucus. Yeah?
Okay. You control it as well.
Yes, we control it without medicine, without pain, and without. What we give is, we just connect you with the nature. In naturopath, we give you all those herbs which is easily available in your kitchen, in your surroundings. Like you have seen right now, I am talking to Mr. Kresh.
Yes.
He was asking me about this, you know, mapera, we call it, the leaves.
Yes.
And also the mango leaves. I can say those leaves, they have more vitamins than the fruits. If you have every morning that water or juice or something like that of a fresh greens, you will see how you will get fast relief.
Awesome. Now, I'd like you to give us what are the advantages of this holistic science therapy as opposed to, you know, we are used to if you have a headache, you get a Panadol and within a few minutes you're good to go. So what are the advantages of this holistic therapy?
You know, that is when we are going wrong. Of course, I am not denying that allopathy we do not want. When it comes to the sudden first aid, you go to the allopathy, isn't it? But this is something you have to have patience. This is something you are getting rid of from the root cause, what you are feeling like. You have mentioned headache or something.
Yes.
We have acupressure points. If you are like suffering from insomnia, you can't sleep, your sleep is not good, you have headache, we can say you have point here on your third chakra. Yeah, from third chakra, if you stimulate this, definitely you will get rid of. And like also in our hands, when I am doing namaste, namaste I am doing intentionally. I can say hello, I can say everything, and but you have also experience in COVID, you can't touch someone.
Yes.
So this is the better way of namaste. And when you are doing namaste or when you are clapping, actually it has a meaning.
Okay.
We have 5 elements, yeah, water, air, earth, wood, fire and earth. So all these elements, they are going together. So you are pressing those points, so your body get maintain of those elements. When you are pressing, this is also actually you are doing for your health. So this is the work of Ayurveda, of alternative science, of traditional science. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Now, what would you like to tell the viewers at home in terms of using natural remedies?
I would like to advise mostly for our youngsters, the way we are living our life. Trust me, if you name me this disease, if it is a diabetes, if it is a high BP, if it is a constipation or any other, this is not actually a disease, it is actually our lifestyle what we are living into. I would like to say, stop eating X flour, white flour, which is really very bad. Instead of that, you can always use a mixed ingredients, mix millets or mixed grain flour. White salt, it's not good for our body. It is bringing our body back to the acidic level. Okay, and sugar. We like having ice creams, cakes and everything, but trust me, these 3 things if we stop, almost 30-40% of our problems we will stop.
But what you're saying is not we stop entirely, is we substitute with
We
more
can
healthy
substitute
stuff.
with the healthy stuff.
Like
of
for
course.
sugar, for example, what can we substitute
You can
with?
use jaggery, and you
In
can
simple
use
terms, that is karinguru.
sugary guru,
Yes,
and you can also use what do you call this, honey.
honey.
Yeah, that's
But
the best substitute.
But it has to be the natural honey.
It has to be natural, yeah, because you know how it is. People are saying organic, but it's not organic that way. Yeah?
Yes. Then there's also this other notion that eating healthy is expensive.
No. Who said so? Our forefathers, they never used to come to out of village, yeah, but they was healthy. They were living like a 120, 130 a healthier life. They were not eating white flour. They were not eating pizzas. They were not eating burgers. They were eating what they have in their fields, in their what they are yielding, isn't it? In their fields, like they were eating spinach. They are eating green vegetables. They are eating all these dengus, isn't it?
Sure.
And they were less masala. They were not using much of masalas, isn't it? So that was the healthy life. Why we are getting sick? Because we are into weekend comes, let's start alcohol, let's start all these things. That is what when we are getting sick, yeah. And on other side, if we are eating a 1 grain meal, we are not burning it. We are not doing any hard work to burn it, yeah. So we need to, how do you expect? You are eating 3-4 times a meal and you are not doing any hard work. No, you are not going gymming, you are not doing walk, nothing you are doing, and how will it digest? Yeah. You must have heard it says heal your gut and feel the brain.
Sure.
So all the disease start from your gut, from your stomach. So if your stomach is healthy, you are healthy. You must have noticed youngsters, they are having lot of pimples and this acne problems. Where they are coming from? This is nothing but because they are not cleaning their stomach every day. When I am saying cleaning the gut or stomach every day, that means I am not saying, I mean that you are eating all that rough stuff which your stomach is not able to digest it. And like you had a breakfast, heavy breakfast, lunch you're ready, you put another one meal on your stomach, then something to munch, that one, and then dinner. Where is the time for the stomach to digest? Yeah, that is why this all problems coming from. So in naturopath we say 1 day fasting. It's very good because also our body is a machine. We have our pran shakti, yeah, which heals itself, but that also takes time. If we'll just keep on starting putting, there is no way of going out. We feel, oh, I went to the washroom one time a day and that's enough. No, you're eating 4 times, isn't it?
Yes.
And you're putting all that acidic food. If you're having a multigrains, if you're having roughage means more salad and those things you're putting in your diet,
yes,
it helps your stool, your paralystic movement to go smooth. But if you don't have those things, how would you expect your paralystic movement or stomach to push that thing? Because stuck in your intestine, in your stomach. So
natural ways the way
natural ways. And there is another thing, if you can follow, stop having water while you are taking your food. That is the biggest mistake we do. The logic behind is, whatever Ayurveda says is, when you are eating, there is a Jathar Agni, the call is HCl, hydrochloric acid, it's burning, that's when you feel you want to eat. Yeah, we eat, you're eating, that's a fire when you're putting your food, when you're eating. And on fire, that's a very logic thing, even kid knows, you put a water, what will happen? Fire will go,
yeah,
it will dissolve. So that's what we are doing. That HCl, hydrochloric acid, is active, you are having food and you are having water, then how the digestion will work?
So we are supposed to eat first and then
you eat first and then avoid 40 minutes.
Okay.
Even before, even after having food, 40 minutes to have water.
Okay.
You can have, instead of yogurt, you can have any juice, that's all, because water, if you mix with something, it will take another form. But if it is a water itself, it is water, yeah, which can dissolve that hydrochloric acid easily. So avoid that water intake during food and before food 40 minutes.
Wow.
That will help your digestion.
Thank you for that lesson. There's quite a lot we can talk about.
It's a very vast subject.
It is, and it's very enlightening.
Yes.
And we are going to have more of these discussions. Today was just an introduction, and thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, dear.
So, Dr. Butt, if anyone would like to contact you, please tell us how they can reach you on social media and a phone number as well.
Yeah. So on Facebook page, you can always access on N Health and Wellness Center. It's N Health and Wellness Center, and my number is 0737809000. 0737809000.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that was Dr. Butt, who is an expert in matters holistic science therapy. I have been your host, Juliet Modoni. We hope that you have learned a thing or two. We are going to come back with her next time, and we are going to dive into some practical examples about how we can live holistically. Don't forget, you are watching 3T TV, Thika's #1 online news channel, where we are telling the Thika story as it is. Until next time, take care.